I have several big news updates for you today. Some really great news for Donald Trump, as well as U.S. military whistleblowers coming forward and exposing Kamala Harris for some of the deceptive, vile things that she did to the people of North Carolina in order to look good for photo shoots leading up to the election. It's all backfiring on her right now, and I need you to share this video. Let's jump into the news. Former President Donald Trump is attempting to make an appeal to women voters by doing an all-women town hall with Fox News. This is incredible. The town hall will be moderated by Harris Faulkner, who previously bashed ABC News' Rachel Scott for an emotional start when she interviewed Trump. So needless to say, Donald Trump picked the perfect host for this all-women town hall. Now, in regards to what we can expect, Faulkner stated, women constitute the largest group of registered and active voters in the United States. So it is paramount that female voters understand where the presidential candidate stands on the issues that matter to them most. Now, I'm looking forward to providing our viewers with an opportunity to learn more about where former President Donald Trump stands on these topics with women and families. As you likely know, Trump hasn't been the most popular among women. This is likely due to controversial past comments and his New York personality being too blunt for some people. However, when it comes to negotiating with Vladimir Putin, Kim Jong-un, Xi Jinping, Saudi Arabia, Israel, the Middle East, Iran, don't you want a strong personality? You do. You don't want a pushover like Biden or Kamala Harris. Now, after taking a less strict stance on abortion, Trump has gained among women. However, Kamala Harris still holds a 15% advantage over Donald Trump when it comes to support from women, according to Politico. But of course, Trump isn't the only one with an uphill battle. Harris, for instance, struggles to gain support among men, while clickbait headlines have previously claimed that Trump is only leading Harris by 1 point. That was based on one poll. In reality, Trump has between a 10 to 20% lead. For instance, the liberal New York Times recently conducted a poll of their own, which showed Donald Trump has a 15% lead among men. So men like Donald Trump. Now, if Trump didn't have a huge lead, we wouldn't see both Harris and her running mate, Tim Walz, trying so hard to appeal to male voters. However, their most recent campaign, White Dudes for Harris, likely won't appeal to most men. It's a bit strange to focus on white men, white skin, white support. It just all seems very weird to me. However, it seems they finally understand this approach doesn't work, as Tim Walz is expected to launch a more broad campaign targeting men during NFL football games. So NFL, strong, masculine, Tim Walz, maybe he can get that to give him some credibility. However, Walz was previously booed at a University of Michigan football game where he ended up flipping off a fan who was yelling at him. Not super presidential. Now, the truth is most men like Donald Trump's alpha male approach. It breeds trust and safety. Men don't want to live under weak male leadership. And honestly, I don't think women do either, especially not as we face potential World War III. So what do they do when they run out of options? They bring out Barack Obama. During a Harris rally that just took place in Pennsylvania, former President Barack Obama specifically called out black men for being sexist, saying that they are dumb, that they don't know how to vote, that they're making too big of a deal about Kamala Harris being a woman. He said, part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president, and you're coming up with alternatives and reasons for that. So basically, Obama is now blaming black men for Kamala Harris's drop in polling and the rise in support from black male voters for Donald Trump. Again, I think that strong alpha male energy is attractive to men because men want to raise strong men, and they also want to raise confident girls. So again, but how about Obama blaming black men for not supporting Kamala Harris? How about the fact that she's terrible and feckless, doesn't have leadership skill, never got a vote, and doesn't have any military experience? Oh, and do you really want her negotiating with Vladimir Putin or Kim Jong-un or Xi Jinping? I know I don't. But wow, talking down to black men, calling them sexist, I don't think that's the best way to win people over. It seems like Obama has forgot that you attract more bees with honey than vinegar. So quit crapping all over your voters. Now, Eddie Griffin, a Hollywood comedian who happens to be a black man, said this at one of his recent comedy shows. Speaking to the audience, he stated, "I don't know what the F you're thinking. Voting for Kamala? She is a puppet. She has zero experience. No one respects her on the world stage. Here's your choice, liar or the crook." Now, I think I might be going with the crook, referencing Donald Trump. Now, you don't have to agree with his characterization of Trump. In fact, I read today that Trump's $500 million court case in New York looks like it's just about to be appealed in the New York district, which means no more calling him a felon. He's got $500 million more in the bank to run on, and they can't call him a crook anymore, right? All right, now speaking of crooks, VP Kamala Harris's husband, Doug Mhof, has joined the Harris campaign in labeling Donald Trump as a coward for not doing a second debate. During an interview with MSNBC, Mhof stated, "Trump got his butt kicked, so he's afraid that that's going to happen again. Rather, he's spreading this fog, the fog of misinformation and disinformation, gaslighting rather than facing her again." Now, if you ask me, this is just Mhof trying to get revenge on national live TV for Trump pointing out the fact that he beat his girlfriend and knocked up the nanny. But I don't think Trump is afraid of debating her. I think he's being calculated that he doesn't need the exposure of another debate. Now, back to the point that Trump lost. If that was true, he would want a second debate because he'd better get back in front of the American people and try to win a debate. However, he believes that he confidently won, and he's not out begging her for another opportunity. He's not out begging her for another debate, right? And as he pointed out, when somebody loses in a fight, it's the loser that demands a rematch, not the winner. And he's not asking for any kind of rematch, only Kamala Harris's. But again, I think this is Doug Mhof trying to get revenge because the Daily Mail broke the story that he knocked up the family nanny and that he beat his ex-girlfriend before divorcing his wife and marrying Kamala Harris. Now, did you know, this is the big story, did you know that the White House and the Kamala Harris election team arranged for a photo shoot with a military squadron full of emergency life-saving supplies for our brothers and sisters in North Carolina? Well, this military squadron was then ordered to stand down, don't make the delivery. The only reason this squadron was put together was to get a photo shoot for Kamala Harris. I mean, to me, this is absolutely disgusting, but I want you to hear it from the person directly, not from Stephen Gardner. But please share this video. Give this video a like. We've got to get the word out. People are literally dying and suffering. They're going without medicine, food, water, help, shelter, electricity, internet, water, all because Kamala Harris wanted a photo shoot instead of actually sending life-saving supplies. Let me roll the tape for you right now.
And then also from that video, I started getting a lot of messages like to my Instagram from like actual like aircraft commanders, like squadron commanders.
No kidding.
I had a squadron commander from North Carolina reach out to me. They had to load a C-17 full of supplies just to take a photo op for Kamala, and they never sent the bird.
Wait a minute, what?
They loaded an entire C-17 full of supplies for the hurricane victims just for Kamala to go there, take a photo, take a video, and they never sent the C-17. It was just
Are you serious?
Yeah, that was a National Guard, North Carolina National Guard unit. That was a 06 that reached out to me. And then I had another.
He reached out to you to tell you that they did a photo op and with the intention of never sending.
Never sent it. It was just a photo op.
Okay. Please let me know, what do you think of this? This to me is so disgusting. This would be, you know, how Trump allowed like 250 electrical linemen to stay in his hotel for free so that they could get Florida up and running. Imagine he brought them all there, made all these promises, took a photo, and then told everyone, get the hell out of here, go home, right? That's what's happened. So they used the military for a photo op. They used the promise of life-saving supplies for a photo op. The White House and the Kamala Harris election team ordered this in order to look good to the American people, and then they never sent the Squadron. This C-17 packed full of life-saving supplies, food, water, medicine, blankets, all of that, was never sent. The entire thing was to make Kamala Harris look good. Please share this video. Share it with family members and friends. We've got to get the word out. I am so sick of this BS photo op politician bullcrap. We have people that are struggling. They are dying because this White House administration is not doing enough. All right, now over in Lebanon, Israel has just carried out a rather devastating attack in their pursuit to end Hezbollah. While they were attempting to kill another leader of Hezbollah in Beirut, it appears they only injured him, but killed 22 civilians instead. Furthermore, another 100 were injured. Now Israel is dealing with the criticism. The government of Lebanon is desperately begging for a ceasefire, but Israel is arguing that until you get rid of your Hezbollah terrorist leaders, we will continue to attack you. This whole thing is very sad, but please share this video so that we can get the word out that Kamala Harris is a fake, phony, photo op politician who does not want to help the American people. If you think she's going to help you with groceries, you're wrong. Gas prices, you're wrong. Bringing down insurance, energy costs, wrong, wrong, wrong. She is wrong for the country. She is wrong for you. Please share this video, give it a like, and I will see you on the next video.